Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. So I listened to a black woman relay what another black woman was saying. And the other black woman was, of course, a black feminist. And the only reason that I'm even bringing that up is because this attitude is pervasive in the United States. And what attitude is that? That black singers, black rappers, black athletes are all stupid, have nothing going for them, are slaves to their white masters. Now, I have made videos talking about the NFL being like modern day slave auctions. Well, people of course don't listen to what I say. They listen to what they want to hear. They see the title and they just go up by the title. And I went into detail about the psychology of little black boys who are giving up dreams of being an engineer and instead shun their education to become an athlete, which is the stupid way to do that. And this video right here is going to shed light on what's going on. Now, I constantly talk about the black middle class and the black upper class, and I have people on my channel who have been subscribed to me for a very long time, who have listened and watched my videos of me proving that the black middle class and the black upper class actually exist. But they come on and say, there ain't no black middle class, there ain't no black upper class. Well, clue phone, I'm black upper class. Hi, how you doing? So your whole theory that black upper class doesn't exist is completely shattered. Now, what's my point about black athletes and black rappers? And I'm going to include rappers in this. Isn't that shocking? Let me stop you if you've heard this before. Kwame wants to be a movie producer. He gets a publicist and a manager. They've seen some of his stuff. They've shown it to people. And here is what Kwame does. And they sit in a meeting and they say, okay, Kwame, you want to be a movie producer? I can't just put you into the position of movie producer. Here's our strategy. And I'm going to help you. First, you're going to be a rapper. Then, depending on how successful you are with that, it might take a year, might take a couple of years, might take 5 years. Then you're going to be an actor. And depending on how successful you are in those roles, then you'll be a producer. Stop me if you've heard this before. Have any of you heard that? Well, you should, because that's how a lot of it is done behind the scenes. A lot of these rappers that you've never heard of, and they come out with some great beat, and they come out, it's everything is orchestrated. They get the lyrics from somewhere else. They get the beat from somewhere else. They get the melody from somewhere else. And they put Kwame literally in front of the screen or in the sound booth, put him through a whole bunch of filters, and he either raps or sings. Then your favorite guy, Kwame, is now Kwame the actor. And then Kwame is now producing movies. Tell me if you have not seen this before. Who do you know very famous? I know you know a few of them who have done exactly this. Now, I bet a lot of you are saying, oh, that wasn't thought of before. He just wanted to do something. No, this was all orchestrated. These reality TV show contests, do you really think that they just have dumb people who can't sing, brilliant people who can sing, and they're all just and they are just taking a chance that the dumb guy is going to walk through the door, that the brilliant guy is going to walk through the door and sing or cook or design a dress or whatever the contest is? It's all orchestrated. Not only is it orchestrated, but I've been on the sign-up sheets because I do acting, I've been on the sign-up sheets to go do the shows. Oh, such and so is a doctor from Massachusetts. He graduated from Harvard Medical School. No, he didn't. He's an actor. But you can't prove he's not an actor. You can't prove he's not a doctor. You can't prove he is a doctor. Because who's in control of that information? The people in control of it. Literally, they say, we need an Asian guy for this. We need a black guy for this. We need a black woman for this. We need a Filipino woman. Yeah. And it's all pre-planned. And a lot of the times, the actor does not win whatever the thing that they say that they're supposed to win, $1 million, or they become CEO of this company, or they get to run an entire restaurant. No, they don't win that. They get paid either the guild rate for actors. Is it called guild? I'm sorry, I might be a couple of thousand years old. But what they can do if they are on the show a long time and the viewers make them very popular by really liking them. This is why Omarosa came back time and time again on the Trump shows, the Apprentice shows, because the viewers really liked her. They loved her being the evil woman. They loved it. And so Donald Trump brought her back time and time again. You parlay those little things into other things that you can do, especially in the entertainment business, right? This is why the Kardashians are on TV, because they're literally trying to parlay this into that, right? So here's what you don't hear about black rappers, black athletes, black entertainers. Now, you know that I do a lot of finance videos. A lot of times I come across quote unquote rappers, black singers, black dancers, black athletes, and they come across my finance news feed. Such and so has bought out the art district. They've bought out the neighborhood. They've bought 20 stores. They've bought 50 franchises. They're operating. They went public on a corporations, but you don't see this in the mainstream media, because of course that goes against the dumb black rapper stereotype, right? So the woman talking about the black feminist woman said that the black feminist said that those are just slaves to their master. Okay, well, what about the white athletes, the white singers, the white entertainers? Are they slaves too? It's so funny what kind of a weird double standard people have. Literally, we have some white athletes that's all they want to do. Marshawn Lynch never drew from his salary. His entire salary was kept 100%. He spent some of his endorsement money for his expenses, his regular living expenses, what have you, but he never drew from his contractual salary. How amazing is that? And how brilliant of a strategy is that? That's absolutely amazing, but you don't hear that until he's retiring. Now, I was, of course, very saddened because, I'm not a big football player, fan or anything like that. However, when he came to my attention and I did a couple of videos on him, I was saddened that he was retiring, but he explained that I better retire now before I have to retire, meaning being too old, getting injured, having something permanently. He's in good health. He has all his 10 fingers and toes. Everything's working properly. And that business, football, is very dangerous. I was just looking at a GoFundMe project where a guy invented a better helmet, but of course the helmet looked like something out of Fallout 4. But he went over the stats of how many injuries in all of football, even down to high school, of how bad it is for those people to get injured and how often it occurs and how many people are injured out of football all the time. So if you can imagine that for all of the people who want to get into the NFL, the people who actually qualify, and then there's people who qualify, but they were injured in high school, college, and they can't play football ever again. Injury takes out more people than people who simply aren't as talented. You know, the talent pool is small from the people who want to be in the NFL, just like singing. There's people who want to sing, but they just don't have the quote-unquote talent. Although I don't believe in talent, and today there is no need for talent because now a computer can filter you and you can sound like Whitney Houston. And you don't have to have a voice whatsoever. And I can bring you up to musical speed. I told you, I took a guy, I don't know if I said it in the video, but I said it in one of the comments. I took a guy who literally sounded like he was yodeling, calling himself singing. And I took him, trained him, and he won a talent show after I got done with him. Within just a few weeks, several weeks, won the talent show. We did a duet and we won. I'm talking harmony, everything, the whole 9 yards. So I don't believe in talent. I believe in hard work. Look at all the people. Kobe Bryant, hard work. Kobe Bryant was picked 13th. So there was 12 people ahead of him who seemed more talented than he did. And what did he do? Worked hard. Michael Jordan. You all know the story of Michael Jordan. Working hard, who his coach told him that he better give up basketball because he couldn't play. He wasn't very good at it. And he spent time working on his skills. I don't believe in talent. I believe in... I play 5 instruments, but I'm so lazy I never practice. And of course, if I don't practice, I suck at it. Now, if you put something in front of me, within an hour, I'm going to produce something that probably the average Joe couldn't produce, but that's only because I'm practicing for an hour. But I wanted to hit home on the intelligence and just simply what you see in front of you is not the reality of what's going on. Yes, there are a lot of kids that are taking advantage, so-called rappers, and it's just, it goes back to the video I did about the NFL draft being like a slave auction. And it's not that the NFL draft is a slave auction, although it is by itself. For the people involved, it's a slave auction for the people viewing it, so that it destroys the goal of the tiny black boy whose mom and dad said, hey son, if you study hard you can get a scholarship. And that entire advice or that option is completely destroyed because now he's seen the NFL draft. He wants to give up that and he wants to go be a football player. So then he concentrates on being a football player because that's the only thing that is shown to him. He's not shown that these people are graduating valedictorian, and are getting drafted into the NFL. He's not being shown that this guy over here has an engineering degree. This guy over here has a chemistry degree. This guy over here has an accounting degree. This guy over here has a math degree. He's not being shown that. All he sees is big black guys getting into football, getting into the NFL. They're not saying this guy graduated with a 5.0 in engineering from UCLA, and on top of that, got into the NFL. Then you have stupid people like, Don Imus, or what was it, Vinny the Greek? Who is it? Is it Vinny the Greek? Saying, black people are born with extra muscles in their body so that they're much faster and much bigger, and they're more suited for this physical activity, and they're not suited for quarterback. What? The guy has an engineering degree. He could build an entire city. Draft it, have it mathematically correct, every centimeter accounted for, and you're talking about some extra muscle? and that he's not suited for quarterback, of where to place a ball on the field, not able to strategize? Really? This is what you don't see. And thankfully, this is why those people were reprimanded. I don't want you to go to bed tonight thinking that all rappers are stupid and black people are only capable of following a ball. You know who says that, right? These black preachers, including Farrakhan. The black man has no power. The only thing that he has is he chases a ball for money. Oh, well, white people do that too. But you know what? There's more than that. And even those guys that chase balls own corporations, invest, have their own retirement plans, have a huge portfolio, belong to the club, make business deals, incorporate their brand so that Jordan is now a brand and not just his name, and it is incorporated. These black Hollywood entertainers have now all incorporated their names. So they're not actually Cuba Gooding Jr., it's Cuba Gooding Jr. Incorporated. And the actor doesn't get paid, his corporation gets paid. And if anything goes wrong, his lawyers handle it. And same thing with these other athletes that chase balls. This is a brand new day. This is a business. But of course, people who want to keep people down are going to tell you that, oh, they're just dumb athletes. They're just dumb rappers. They're just dumb singers. No, it's a brand new day. How often now do you hear a football player or a boxer even speak with like a third grade sentence structure? Those days are long gone and over. Now educated people are getting into the deal and making fantastic business decisions and parlaying it into the next step after the rap, after the acting. Being a movie producer, running the whole game, calling the shots, executive producer. There's a whole nother world that's behind the scenes that I just want to open up to all of you. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show.